For many generations, we have recognized Toletum as the capital of Hispania. As part of my consolidation of the western provinces, I command that a new capital be built on the coast where it may be more tightly integrated with the rest of the empire. Toletum has long struck me as too independent. To leave no questions in citizens' minds about which city is Hispania's true capital, build Valentia into a major city, unsurpassed in culture, prosperity, and peace. I grant you a huge, rich province in which to accomplish this. The peace requirements might give you some minor difficulty. Rome subjugated the Etruscans in Italia ages ago, but some seem to have emigrated to Hispania. At least some barbarians calling themselves Etruscans have been active in the area. If you take the usual defensive precautions, they'll be no more than a distraction.
Alright, welcome back to my Caesar 3 playthrough. My name is Zach, and we're now on Valentia, civilized Hispania. And look at these rating requirements. 10,000 people, 65, 60, 70, 60. This is going to be a pretty tricky one, but I've been told that this is going to be a fun one because it's the first mission where you really get to make everything yourself and you get this huge, lush province. So let's get this started. Okay, it's a pretty big map, so let's slow it down and have a look. Okay, there's plenty of farmland, tons over here, but we have to keep in mind we're going for 10,000 people. And that's no small matter. Okay, there's some fishing grounds and plenty of flat coast. That's a good one. The fish can be taken straight from there. And let's see what raw materials we can actually get. Clay pit, timber yard. Okay, not everything. Wheat, vegetables, olives, and vines. Okay, we can... There's 3 sources of food, and we got olives and vines, timber, and clay pits on this map. So it's basically everything. Yeah, so I'm guessing we're going to be building quite a few villas. Now, let's check out our exports. We're here, Valentia. Now we got a land route that sells fruit and wine. I don't think we'll be needing fruit now, will we? They buy wheat, olives, and oil. So that's our first main export, oil. Now they sell marble and buy wine. And they sell weapons, which I think we will need because we do need some soldiers on this. And they sell furniture. We can't use that. They buy fish and pottery. Okay, so it looks like our main exports are going to be wine, oil, and pottery. So let's start with oil, really. Now, where should we build our first main residential district? Our farms are pretty much going to start over here. So I would say that the first main area should be around here. Towards the coast, but it's still pretty far, but still towards the coast. So first up, let's clear this forest because it's just in the way. Okay. That makes it a bit easier to see, and we can see where the edge of the farmland is. So it's about here. Okay. At this peak here. So that's kind of the edge of the farmland, so our first residential area can be about here. That looks about right. Maybe it's a bit close, but that should work out fine. It doesn't have to be too precise. Okay, so I'm gonna lay down the road plans as usual, and I think I'll go for the flower design. There's plenty of room for it, as long as I clear off these forests. And I'll see how it looks. Okay, this looks like a good start for our residential blocks. We got 3 blocks here, and I think we're going to be able to fit 3 more around the other side. That's probably not going to fit a total of 10,000 people, but it's a good start. We'll probably have to build in a few extra blocks here and there where we can. So now, of course, we have to start planning our exports. So we got only 1 land route, and then the others are sea routes. So we should plan our first farms, which I think we'll keep them as olive farms. just to get the industry going. So we'll start it about here. Let's clear up these trees and try and fit in this olive farm. Right there should do. So we'll start with, let's see, how much did they buy? They buy 2 shields worth. So we'll put down 3 farms, and we'll have the road go this way. And let's see, farms can't fit down here, right? No. Let's see, where did there's a farmland end? Okay, it's a couple down this way. Oh, I should do that. I'll do it here. And I'll extend the road over here, where I'll put down some oil workshops. Just like that should do. And I'll put the warehouse in the center here, because we'll be needing the oil there anyway. Accept only oil. And I'll also put a little residential block there with a well. Now I'll just drop down a few prefectures and engineers posts to keep everything safe. Okay, now that we've got that planned out, let's open the trade route. 500 denarii is not too much. Let's pay to open that, and we'll set to export as much oil as we can. And let's not accept fruit. Okay, that's our first export setup. So now let's wait for people to move in and see if this is enough to get us off the ground. Ah, right, we forgot temples, so let's get some temples down. The nice thing about these temples is also they help boost the desirability of these areas a bit, which allow a few of these houses to evolve a little. Okay, we finally started to store up some oil, and the trader's coming by just in time. We're about to go into our first debt, and this time I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. I didn't go into the debt straight off the bat, and to get the bonus from Caesar. That might help later on in a bit, but I want to try get our exports up a bit. So there's 6 oil, which should keep us afloat for now. And people disgruntled. High unemployment? Really? 100 unemployed workforce? Okay, I suppose it's time to put in a few more facilities, I think. Let's put in a few more wheat farms for one. And we can go ahead and drop a granary right here. So this one will be set to getting wheat. Will that take care of our... no. Okay. Time to build a senate, which we can just drop over here, I think. So we can keep track of our unemployment rate. 25% is pretty high. Okay, it's 17% now. Looks like we're gonna have to go into debt to deal with this. Let's give the people some schools. Education is always important. Still high unemployment? Okay. I'm gonna go into debt to give you guys some entertainment. Here's an actors colony. Well, actually, I'll put it there. Uh-oh. Unhappy at the conditions, many have chosen to emigrate. Okay. Time to get these... well, now that we're in debt. An extra 2,000. That helps. But let's get these theaters down. How's the unemployment now? 9%. Still a little higher than I would like. What else can we build? Temples, libraries. Barbers, baths. Well, we really should start on our other industries, I guess. Well, at 2% it's okay for now. But if I wanted to, I could start with my timber industry. People are leaving my city. Okay, did too many people move out? 3 unemployed workforce. We're doing okay. Okay, I think it's time for us to set up our other exports. Ah, and I just noticed some enemies are on the way. Okay, so what else can we sell? No one buys furniture, but they do buy pottery. So let's open this trade route and let me check. It is a sea route. Okay. So we'll export pottery, but we do need a dock. Okay, so let's set that up. Just here looks nice, actually. So I'll clear this area. And a dock would fit right there. And some houses. Let's see. Are people moving in there? Okay, people aren't gonna move in here because apparently poor city mood prevents immigration. So the only way I know how to directly lift city mood is to hold a festival. So let's hold one for Mars. A small one should do. Well, how much cash do I have? Not a lot. Okay, we're gonna hold a small festival for Mars. That should lift their mood up a little bit. And enemies are closing, so we're gonna need some troops. Where could they attack from? They could come from here, or here, somewhere on the left. Any other edges? On the right as well. This looks pretty open. But besides that, not really. I don't think this is open. No. So either the left or the right. So for now, we should probably put it somewhere in the middle, like down here or something. And yeah, I cut a little hole through here. So yeah, I'm gonna need a fort soon. So we're gonna need to rely on some of our exports. Here's our small festival. That should lift the mood of the citizens just a bit. How's it doing? Still poor city mood. Is there a way to check city mood? I've never really had a look through all of these. I don't think there's a way to actually see how their mood's doing. Maybe more entertainment could help. Let's finish putting down some of these temples. Ah, finally. People starting to move back in. Looks like that festival worked. Lesson learned, don't let unemployment get the better of you. Ah, thanks Mars. I kinda needed that spirit. I hope the first attack is able to be fended off by that spirit. I better save the game just in case. Okay, quite a lot of oil to sell, so this should bring our money back up. 1,000, well, it's enough to set up a pottery industry. So let's put a warehouse here to accept pottery and nothing else. And the trade route is open. They will buy 25 pottery. So let's put down a couple clay pits. One there, 2, I guess 3 is a good number. 3 clay pits. And a bunch of pottery workshops. We'll need 6. 1,000 people. Pretty good, I think. And more people are moving in, so we should have enough people. Let me just check. How many people are we short by? 70. That's quite a lot, so I think I'll get rid of these schools for now. People still moving in? Yeah. So okay, we'll be fine. Uh-oh, one of our clay pits collapsed. What was it? Flooded clay pit. Well, let's rebuild that. We've only just got the industry started. Hopefully our oil exports can keep us just a little over going into debt. Ah, our first batch of pottery. Now, where's a trading ship who can come and buy some of it? Another clay pit flooded? Why is that happening? I don't understand. Maybe I should move it further away from the water? I guess? Anyway, there's our first export of pottery. There, now our money's going back up. Okay. Now I think we should set up some kind of military. So I'm gonna put down a barracks here. And a military academy. Now, can a farm fit there? I do want to be efficient with this. A farm can fit there. So let's... okay, let's move the barracks. And we'll extend the road back here. So we'll have a military academy and a barracks. Like that. Now we just gotta save up some money to build a fort. Well, we do have plenty of oil, and here comes the caravan. There, that gives us enough money, and enemies are at the door. So let's just put down a fort of javelin troops right here in the middle of the map so they can rush up or down, because I don't know where they're gonna come from. Right here will do. Prima Legion. Hopefully they'll be ready in time. We do have a blessing from Mars, so that'll keep, hopefully, the enemies away, but in case some are left, these will help out. Okay, we're starting to run short of people, so I think it's a good time to start feeding them. And I think I'll start with this one. And while we're at it, let's get a reservoir set up. Let's just put one right here. See how far it reaches. Right there. Now, how far does that reach? Okay, it's not quite in range. So, I'm gonna put a reservoir over here, I think. There we go. Nice fountain access for these two areas. So you can get rid of these dirty wells. And there we have it. They need a school, and which side should I put it on? I think there. Okay, time to set up a little pottery industry on this side, I think. A few clay pits and a few workshops just to feed this area. And I think I'll use this warehouse for it. There we go. Pottery. So we'll just extend this road out, I think. And one more gatehouse right there. And a few clay pits. And don't forget houses. And pottery workshops. And Rome's asking for 10 furniture. But 36 months to comply, so that's okay. I better start it now, though. Where can we put some? Okay, I just realized my money is actually going up quite high thanks to our exports. So I'm gonna put down one more fort of javelins for good measure. Oh, okay. They're already here. Okay, I'll just put down the fort. And where are they coming from? They are coming from the top. Now, I do have a spirit from Mars to watch over us. But I'm gonna bring our troops anyway. They're gonna have to walk down this way. So, it's not a lot of them. This is a peaceful mission. Smaller than I expected. 5 guys. thinking you can take on a city. My prefectures would probably take care of them, honestly. But never mind. I'll just put my javelins right there to deal with them straight away. There we go. The Spirit Guardian killed all of... I'm not even sure who's attacking me. Anyway, you guys can go back home, and we'll get back to building our city. We needed to set up some furniture, that's right. Okay, there's a little furniture industry, which will send it right through this area to the main storage area. So we got that set up. We will want to start stockpiling it just in case. Because Caesar wants 10. Even though we have plenty of time, really. Let's stockpile... Actually, no, we can't stockpile and trade. Okay, so once this pottery starts being delivered, it's just gonna have to be a free-for-all. And there's our 2,000 people. Things are going quite nicely. Army's looking not bad. What do they need? Education. There we go. Bit short on food, actually. Let's build a few more farms. Another clay pit flooding. I still don't understand why these are flooding. Oh well, I'll just rebuild them. And some pottery seems to have come in here. And they start to want better entertainment. So let's get a gladiator school in. Can fit one right here. And squeeze an amphitheater right there. Okay, I've been looking at here. And since we're completely selling out on pottery, I think we can sell them fish as well. It's not worth all that much, but the extra income doesn't hurt. So I'm building a few fishing wharves and a shipyard here. And I'm gonna start putting fish into this warehouse. There we go. That should boost our income just a tiny bit. Okay, seeing as unemployment is starting to climb, I'm looking at our final trading destination, which will buy wine. Now, we don't really want to supply wine to this area here, because supplying wine starts turning houses into villas. So we don't want any of it connected to this area at all, really. So I'm going to build a separate wine community up on this hill, with some farms, and then the workshops will be down here, and it will link, not bad, over into this area to store some wine here to be sold by sea. That should work out pretty well. So let's get that started. And we've got 10 furniture to give to Caesar. So there you go. 3,000 people. Kind of far from the 10,000 we actually need, though. Okay, looks like we're starting to get a supply of wine, so let's open the trade route to Tingis and make sure we're exporting wine. There. It is a sea route, right? Yeah. So now we can sell that. It's a pretty isolated setup here, all for exports. And now, looking at our resources here, I think we can start evolving these small insulae into large insulae. All we have to do is allow the use of furniture. Let's add on a few more farms just to make sure our food supply stays up. And there we have it. Large insulae. We could try and get them to grand insulae, but we're gonna need a second type of food, which is always a pain. And I think they do need, they do need colosseums, which is also another kind of pain. So So we'll stick with this for now, and hopefully we can bring our prosperity up with a bunch of villas later on. Okay, now that we actually have quite a lot of money, I think I'm gonna start building the next 3 residential blocks. That way we should be able to bring our population much closer to the 10,000 mark, and then we should have enough people to start setting up all the industry and stuff for the villa areas. Okay, let's get that started. Oh, but first we gotta deal with these guys. Caesar wants 10 furniture? Go ahead. Now, where are they coming from? Okay, let's slow it down and deal with them. Okay, we got 3 forts of javelin. We don't really have legionnaires, which I think we should start getting actually, but this should be enough to deal with them for now. I don't think it's much of an attack really. Let's arrange these guys, and we'll speed it up so they'll get here much faster. Okay, oh, employees needed. Okay, no problem. Sheep getting in the way. Well, no more sheep there. Oh wow, they're already just rushing through. Where are they going? Why are those guys going? Okay, that deals with them. I don't know why they're running around. Now, let's kill these guys. There. Not really an issue for military on this map. Might be able to deal with just javelins. Now, where was I? Right, building the residential areas. Ah, Carthago's willing to trade more pottery. That just means more money, which is always a good thing. Now let's make sure these areas are aligned. So much forest in the way. I feel a bit bad for the environment destroying all these trees, but I guess that's how city building goes. Okay, there's the next 3 residential blocks, so let's get people moving in. Okay, there's our 3 new residential areas, and a complete flower pattern is well, it's there. This is the prettiest one so far because we really had the space and resources to do everything myself. You can see 5 granaries here, all set to getting food. But now that we've got 3 new areas, I think I better build more farms. Seems only sensible. Ah, we finally reached 5,000 people! So we're halfway there to our target population. I wouldn't call that close, but we're on the way. Okay, because of the huge influx of people coming in, I had to put in another temple and academy dump over here, right by the entrance. This should keep our unemployment levels low. Meanwhile, all these houses evolved into large insulae, and we're still kind of short on people. We might need another block, perhaps. But the villas do hold quite a few people, so we should start planning on where to build our villa area. It needs to have access to farmland, but it also needs to be separated from this. I don't want the resources from here mixing with the villa area. Well, there's space for the villas over here. And I suppose I could always just long distance transport farms from this area down to this area. That should work. Okay, I'm gonna start planning the villa area over here, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, this is the start of our first villa area. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, I'm really just experimenting here. But from what I learned last time, we're gonna need some marble, because oracles are pretty much the best thing you can use to increase the desirability of an area. So I'm gonna put a warehouse here to accept marble. And I'm gonna start importing it. There we go. Now what I have set up is I got these 3 granaries here for 3 kinds of food. Fish, which I built a few more wharves, vegetables and wheat. Now vegetables and wheat, there's second set of granaries here because there's a bunch of farms up on this highland, so they'll send it down to this granary, and then these granaries are set to getting goods. Now it's not a lot of food, but nobles don't really eat all that much anyway, so it's okay. And we'll try evolve this one area first and see how it goes. Rome reduced the price of pottery. Not the best thing, but I think we got plenty of money, really. Under attack once again. Where are they from? That far side. Well, it's probably small attacks again, so I'll just run my javelin guys over that way. Yeah, it's just a small attack. Nothing to worry about. There, not an issue. Everyone go home. And let's get back to making villas. Looks like our resources are starting to get over here. And there's the little trick I found, that warehouses getting goods don't need roads. Always keep that in mind. And we got 3 types of food filling up here, which looks good. So let's just start by putting down a market. We're also starting to import marble, so if we ever need to boost our desirability, we'll just build a couple oracles. Now we've got a working Colosseum, just for the villas. There it is. Now I got these 2 markets, 3 types of food, all the resources we need here. What am I missing? How's our employment doing? We're a little short, which means we can go over to this building dump here and delete a few of these buildings. There, that should work? Yeah. What? A fire? Uh-oh, that's not good. Our gladiators, angry about risking their lives for the mere amusement of others, have rebelled against their fate. Use prefects to control them. Right, okay. Let's slow that down. Now... they're over here, is it? Okay, I better bring a fort of javelins over. Okay, where are they? I think they're invisible. I just see people dying here. Oh, they're all over here as well. Damn it. Okay, this is not good. They destroyed my Senate! Why are these houses... access... Oh, no. They destroyed part of the aqueduct. You guys, kill that guy, now! Meanwhile, I'll divert a secondary line. Too close to enemy troops. How about here? Damn it. Okay, this is not good. Stop that guy. Our prefects won the day. Okay. Let's get that back and let's quickly rebuild our aqueduct before we run out of people. What do you mean too close to enemy troops? They're dead. Oh, come on. There. Okay, come on. Water, water. Re-evolve and everyone come back, come back! Destroyed my Colosseum as well. What else did they destroy? I don't see any more rubble. Right, my Senate. Oh, come on, come back. There's space for you guys. Gonna cause a shortage of employees, though. Let's get rid of some of these. Okay. Crisis averted, I think. Now, to be safe, I'm gonna build a second aqueduct line. That should keep it a little safer. People are coming back in.
I've got nowhere to live!
Well, now you do. Now, let's get to evolving these villas. Greater health provision with a hospital. And, yeah, desirability. But we got marble now. So let's build an oracle here and here. Come on, 2 oracles? Yeah, okay. And then the hospital. Rome wants 10 wine? Well, that's fine. Got plenty of wine, actually. Okay, we are kind of short on people, so I think I'm gonna start squeezing people, or extra housing around the edges. of these residential areas. Just like this. Okay, we got a few extra residential blocks. Well, not really blocks, but rows of houses around these blocks, which boosted our population so we don't have any employment problems anymore. And we got our first set of villas here, but they want a second type of wine before they'll evolve further. I'm not sure if we need to do that, because our prosperity rating is rising. Maybe another block or two of these will do. So I'll see what I can do by building maybe a couple more blocks around here. Okay, we've set up 2 more villa areas here, which I think... See, I put in a bunch more warehouses here, so they don't have to walk too far to get it. And it also serves as a backup for this area. So we have 3 more full granaries and all of our required resources. And I've also been adding on more residential blocks into this place here, because we still haven't reached our 10,000 population. But that caused a bit of a shortage of food, so I put a second granary here because what was happening was the carts would fill this up, and then when this is full, they would start transporting it over here. And they'd have to walk so far away that these will all get from this granary, and then this one will be empty, then these will run out as well. So I put a second granary here, so when the first one runs out, there's a second one, so these can still get from over here. Then I added on a bunch more farms, so this is quite a lot of farms actually, but supporting 10,000 people is no easy feat. As you can see, I also added on a bit more olive oil production because we are running a bit short. Now that we've got all of this here, let's put in a couple of markets so we can start evolving our houses here. 10 wine, that's not a problem. But we're a bit short on people now. Looks like about 100. There's still more room for people to move in. Why aren't... well, I guess they're trickling in. But we can get rid of these academies for now. Because these guys don't really need academies. And there we have it. 2 more villa areas, which are all the way up to Grand Villa. We'll try win this without having to import a second type of wine, because we're at 59 and we just got these villas, so we should be able to hit 65 no problem. So now let's fix our population problem. There's actually extra room for quite a lot of people, which if they moved in, we might be able to hit our 10,000 mark. See, extra room for 49. Why aren't people moving in? Well, it says people are immigrating, so it should be okay. It's just a slow process. But to be safe, I think I should try fit in another block of houses. Let's shift these over there, then I can put some more here. Aha! We've managed to hit our prosperity target with this number of villas, and we didn't have to evolve them to the next level. So now that the hardest one is dealt with, we just have to get our population up, which seemingly there is a steady stream of incoming people here and there. But I think there is already enough space for 10,000. See, there's like room for 73, 64, 68. And I don't think these villas are filled up either. 67, 64, no. So there's plenty of room for people. We just have to wait for them to show up. Rome wants 15 wine. We got 69. That should be fine. Haha. One more attack. Hopefully this is the last one. Where are they? Over there. What? Why are people moving in from this side? Why do their javelin people just scatter around? Never mind. This will take care of them. Looks like we don't really need to import any weapons on this mission. A nice 4/4 of Javelineers deals with it quite nicely. And hey, have a look at that. We're almost at our 10,000 mark. Just 5 more people need to move in. Fires. Right. What? That's not good. That was a tent. And hey, we've reached 10,000 people. Well, that's our target for this mission. Now we just have to stop this fire. Is anyone gonna deal with that? Anyone? And Rome reduced the price of oil. Well, that's fine. We got plenty of money. Ah, here comes a prefecture. That's not good. Let's get rid of that. Can we fit a prefecture anywhere else? No, we have to wait for this fire to settle. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Houses are devolving. Because we don't have a villa. Oh, well, because we don't have that oracle. Okay, let's put the oracle back. There. Villas back to large villas, and... Did we lose that many people just because of that? 200? Did something go wrong somewhere? Well, more people are moving in, so it's gonna be okay. Supplies are all fine. 2 markets in each area seems to cover it quite well. Food supplies... doing okay. How about supplies here? Oil, wine, pottery, furniture, 3 types of food. Yeah, all good. Okay, have a look at this. We've reached our culture, prosperity, and favor. Peace is 57 to 60, so it's basically 1 year away. So, it's April, and let me give you a quick tour of the city. Once again, we have the flower pattern here, with tons of residential rows squeezed in on the sides. And everything's in the center with these 6 granaries all set to getting food. And the pottery is coming from down here, and the furniture is coming from over here. And it's creating pretty much a surplus. Now all the food is coming from the farmlands over here, which is also where the oil workshops are. And there's 2 granaries here, which store the wheat. And a ton of farms, just a whole ton of them. Now for our exports, we have a separated farmland area here, which has our wine production, and also this food is sent down this way, past the wine workshops, into these granaries. And the wine and everything is stored over here. So we got clay coming from here, separated facility, extra fish, wine, and imports of marble. And all of these things, well, these 3 things here are sold. And the food is then set, these are set to getting the food from over there. So we got 3 types of food, so 3 granaries. And some more warehouses here, set to getting the resources to feed these villas. And again, another set of warehouses and granaries to get more food and supplies. To get our... well, all these villas evolved. Are these... yeah, these are all large villas. Oh, these are grand villas. Why aren't these... desirability has dropped. Well, okay, let's shift these about then. There's not actually any more space. Well, we don't have to worry about it anyway. Our prosperity is high enough. But most of these are grand villas. These are large villas for some reason. I'm not too sure. These are all grand villas here. And that's the city. So basically, I'm just going to speed it up until next year. And our peace rating... oh wait, our culture has dropped. That's strange. Maybe because our population went up. So I'm going to build a couple more academies. And I'll try to keep our culture high enough. So hopefully by next year we'll win and get our promotion. Right, we're about to win and a distant Roman city is threatened and it's defenseless. Well, are we under threat? No, we're not. Okay, well... we'll just send 3. And how did we do this again? We have to... an average forceful attack. I'll dispatch that. Okay, there they go. Now it's November. I'm just waiting for January and we should win. Everything's jumped way up. It's just peace we're waiting for. Haha! There we have it! Victory! And we're promoted to Consul. I'm pretty sure Consul is the other guy who gave us our briefings before. You know, the Consul for Roma guy. This was a fun map. And I think I've finally got the hang of city building and this flower design and getting villas up and everything. Anyway, accept promotion.
Hispania's new capital is exactly what we needed to bind that far-off province more closely to Rome. Crushing the remnants of the Etruscans so thoroughly removes the last threat in the west.
Huh, I guess that's the end of the Etruscans. I'll see you guys in the next video.